So Nintendo just announced a brand new mobile game in an Animal Crossing themed direct titled Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and it looks really, really good. It's got most of the mainline elements that we've come to know from Animal Crossing, such as talking with villagers, getting stuff, selling it, collecting, building, customizing. It's got all that stuff and some more new things, such as friendship levels that should make your relationships with each and every character be more in depth. You've got a customizable RV as well as your main little area. That's cool too, and I don't really think there's anything wrong with it, but it is a free-to-play game, so obviously since Nintendo wants to make a profit off this, they put in microtransactions, and this isn't even that bad of a thing. I mean, I've seen microtransactions in plenty of other good games before. There's nothing wrong with it being in Animal Crossing. In fact, I don't know, I almost kind of like it, because Animal Crossing is not a game meant to be played all in one sitting. It is a game meant to be spaced out and to take long breaks of Animal Crossing, like maybe play it for 5 minutes a day, put it away, maybe 30 the next, put it away. And with Pocket Camp, I just think it's the same thing but on a grander scale. So if maybe you start building something that's gonna take 24 hours, you don't need to buy in-app purchases to speed it up, because in my opinion, I mean, that's just part of the gameplay, having to wait in an Animal Crossing game. However, the internet saw that there were microtransactions and immediately lost their shit. In this video, I'm just going to be talking about the fan base behind Nintendo mobile games and how they're kind of really screwing everything up. Alright, so if we're going to start with Nintendo mobile games, we're going to start with the first actual Nintendo mobile game, because I don't count Miitomo. The first game that they had any, thought and input in the development process, and that is Pokemon Go. So, as we know it now, Pokemon Go, I mean, people still play it, but it's obviously nowhere near the height of its popularity back in August 2016. But, I mean, Pokemon Go is still pretty fun for a lot of people. And I didn't really know anyone who spent money on the microtransactions within the game back in August 2016. I mean, they were very, very fair with their microtransactions, meaning that you didn't need them to have a good time. I mean, obviously there were some annoying limitations, but it was still a obviously very playable game without them. Not only was it playable, it was a game you could progress in and become good at. With games like Clash of Clans, Candy Crush, other games that people think of as heavily reliant on in-app purchases, you kind of have to buy in-app purchases to play those games. But not with Pokemon Go. And then move on up to Super Mario Run. This is where the controversy starts. So this is the first official Nintendo mobile game. It was not their first official Nintendo mobile app because Miitomo came out, but that was absolutely terrible and it doesn't even count as a game. So Super Mario Run had a pretty high barrier to entry, which was $10. You had to pay $10 to get the game. However, you did have a free trial at the beginning, kind of like you could play the first 3 levels, and then if you wanted to do after that, you had to do a $10 in-app purchase to play more. And so this isn't a free-to-play game, because while technically there's a trial, we're just going to count it as a game that costs $10, because that's really what it is. And when this came out, everyone thought it was too expensive for the price. They said, no, make it free, and then maybe we can use in-app purchases to buy extra stars or stuff like that. So keep that in mind. People want in-app purchases, and then Fire Emblem Heroes comes out and there's in-app purchases, and people once again lose their minds. How could you ruin such a sacred franchise such as Fire Emblem with in-app purchases and all that stuff? They're just so mad. So if you think about it, people were kind of mad at Mario Run, but not that mad, and then super mad at Fire Emblem Heroes. Guess which one did better? Yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes. Now, obviously, the people who were mad at Fire Emblem Heroes probably didn't even buy any of the stuff. But just the way in-app purchases work like that, it's the top 1% of people who buy in-app purchases probably buy so many that it accounts for pretty much the whole group of people buying in-app purchases. So if you look at Fire Emblem Heroes did really well, Mario Run did not well at all, and then you see that they're making an Animal Crossing game. Can you blame Nintendo for going for in-app purchases? I mean, it's not a hard decision at all. However, the internet still found a way to complain, and I think that's pretty much the problem with Nintendo Mobile. It's that you're never going to be able to please everyone, especially in a gaming kind of sphere that's so divided, such as mobile, where some players love in-app purchases, some players hate them, some players just don't like mobile games in general, some it's the only games they play, like Candy Crush. So it's really divisive, and it's actually pretty important for Nintendo right now. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I just kind of wanted to explain that A, I liked Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and B, I think everyone complaining that their in-app purchases is absolutely dumb. Would you rather ads? No. Would you rather an actual like $10 game, but it's still a really dumbed down Animal Crossing? No. Yeah, you would rather have in-app purchases, so stop complaining. Anyway, that's just my opinion, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, then please hit that like button. It really helps out a ton with a small channel like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Thomas on the Switch Stop, signing off.